Good afternoon and welcome to the Bluegrass iRacing Truck Series here at the Bluegrass Farms. What was it, 120? 120, sorry about that. I said 70 miles here tonight, but 120 brought to you by the Bluegrass Truck Series. As you see, Chris Blanchard out on the track, currently setting a 19.13. That'll be his 19.250, excuse me. Actually, no, it said he's set a you're watching Will Weber go around right now. Well, Chris is trying to fix his timer right now. For some reason, he is not seeing anyone, but I saw people, so I don't know what's going on with that. Nobody's out on track right now. Billy Bauman and Robert Richards are both on pit road. Robert is out on track, Chris. You want to? Well, Chris is trying to fix his live timer, folks. We are sorry. For some reason, he is not seeing anybody. I don't know why, but either way, we are here at North Wilkesboro. I have about 12 minutes left of qualifying. Chris LeBourgeois has set the fastest lap at a 19.12. Blanchard at a 19.13. And Will Weber has set a 19.22 to put himself in third place currently. We'll be right back. Chris is going to have to restart his game, so just give us 1 second, folks, and we will be back here with qualifying at the Bluegrass Farms 120. And we're back, folks. We're trying to wait to see if Chris can actually watch the race. Signed up accidentally as a driver, and they had to disqualify him from the standings. So now we are completely unaware if we're even going to be able to call the race because he's disqualified from the session as a racer. So when you get disqualified in iRacing, sometimes it won't let you even be in the session.
Well,
So
from what I heard is I should be able to see it in the race. But he said that Jason got word from Jason. He said the qualifying, uh, it won't let you see qualifying. We can go ahead and pull up the tower here, though. We can show you that Billy Bowerman has qualified in first place with Wes Wiegand in second, Travis White in third, with Chris LaBarjois in fourth, Christopher Blanchard's in fifth, and Will Weber's in sixth, with Ed Osborne qualifying in seventh currently right now. So again, I do apologize, not able to see the qualifying. I have been told that I should be able to see the race, so I am sorry about that. That is all my fault. So we will see how this goes.
you're not on Ed Osborne right front suspension right now.
I am looking at his camera, but I cannot see the cameras in my game. I am currently turning the cameras, and it won't let me do anything. Yeah, so again, I have been given word that I should be able to see the race once it starts, but we will have to see. If I'm not able to do it, then I do apologize, but we will have to wait until qualifying is over to see if anything will change.
Yeah, and let's hope it does change and we are able to see this race. I was very excited about watching this North Wilkesboro race, commentating it, so hopefully the fans at home will be able to see it as well. We got a bunch of big supporters for the Bluegrass Racing Truck Series. A very solid series. Is Billy Bowerman is currently sitting on the pole with a 19, actually not a 19, a 8, low 18. I can't think of his actual qualifying lap. It shows you their last lap and not their qualifying lap. SDK just has no information sometimes, so do apologize for that. Ronnie Shirk is going to set himself on the pole, though. Nate Maurer is going to put himself on that outside pole currently with an 1884 from Ronnie Shirk and an 1886 from Nate Maurer. And again, sorry you cannot see the action. If you're just joining us, Chris accidentally signed up as a driver and was disqualified from the driver, aspect of it because he would have showed up in the point standings or whatever. So yeah, he was disqualified. Once he got disqualified, it does not let him view qualifying. So
Or
hopefully it'll
that
switch
is what
over.
I've been told, at least.
Hopefully it'll switch over during the race, and we'll be able to get to see some good racing here. This is definitely not what we want to happen. Is this is going to be a good race here at North Wilkesboro? I love this racetrack. Very historic racetrack, and it would be a shame not to be able to bring it to the folks live at home. But again, we do thank you if you are with us right now. And again, apologize as Jason Collins is going to set himself up in that third spot with an 18.89. He is currently sitting third. We have about 10, 12 cars left to qualify. There is a minute left, so I'm assuming that we're not going to have a lot of qualifying in that 45 seconds. So we will see. But CJ Mason did just qualify himself into seventh place. And look at that, Chris. Jason Collins has put himself on the pole with an 1880. A fast lap from him here at North Wilkesboro and a good lap in these trucks. As qualifying should be over in 30 seconds, and hopefully we will be able to see the race. see the pace car, then yeah, nobody's on track. All right, heck yeah, that definitely was not what we wanted here,
Yeah.
as we are about to be going here at North Wilkesboro. 120 laps around the beautiful 1987 re-edition of North Wilkesboro right here. Some of the campers in the outfield, not 1987, but hey, a packed race stadium and a short track in a Cup Series track, from the historic venue that is very, very realistic, because we know everybody, their grandmother, their mother, whoever wanted to come would come see these awesome races at North Wilkesboro. I'm glad that iRacing did give back to the community and give us this beautiful, beautiful racetrack. Especially Dale Jr. Big shout out to him. He was one of the guys that, or was the guy that got this in motion. Went there with a crew, and I want to say it was Bristol or Charlotte, one of those tracks that brought up their stuff. But either way, going to go ahead and go through the driver grid. And it is going to be Jason Collins in that number 3 Simbox machine is sitting on the pole. It's going to be that 51 of Ronnie Shirk in the finish line wash pressing incorporated, man. LLC, excuse me. A little bit far back camera, but either way, he is going to qualify on that outside pole. It's going to be Nate Maurer, the other Simbox machine, sitting in that 3rd position, with Billy Bowerman in that 87 Speed World Hobbies going to be in the 4th position on his outside. The 22 of Scott Madden is going to qualify 5th, with Wes Wiegand on his outside in that number 88. CJ Mason, Logan Russell going to line up in the row behind them, qualifying in that 7th and 8th position. Travis White, that number 23, is going to line up 9th place, with Chris LeBourgeois in that 10th position. Christopher Blanchard going to be in 11th, with Will Weber in 12th. Ed Osborne in that number 42 machine going to be lining up in that 13th position, with Jeremy Little lining up onto his outside in that 14th position.
Yeah, and then you're going to have... Everything's rolling too fast.
Yeah, timing's going all over the place.
Yeah, do apologize about that. But
Jimmy Johnson is going to be in that 15th and 16th position, is going to be going to that number 5th, timing is everywhere.
Yeah, so it's going to be Jason Bridges in 18th. You'll see my name there in 17th. That's not true. So Jason Bridges in 17th, Robert Richards in 18th, Trent Cameron in 19th, Doug Neal in 20th, Travis 20th and 21st, Brian Terry in 22nd, Daniel Worthington in 23rd, with Michael Brisson going to be rounding out that top 25. I do believe I do not see anybody else. So yeah, my name is going to be the only one that's in there that's not supposed to be there. So I do apologize about that, but hey, sometimes we all make mistakes. We got it under control now, so I want to welcome everybody to this Bluegrass. The Bluegrass Farms 120 here at the beautiful North Wilkesboro Raceway.
Did the pace car just pull off? It did, and the green flag is out. Jason Collins, Ronnie Shirk going to bring us to the green flag here at lap number 1. Going to be exciting to see how much lean and how much banging these guys get into here on North Wilkesboro. We know this track is so small. It feels so big when you're in that race car as well. See Jason Collins getting a good entry. There's a seam on that bottom lane that these drivers are going to hook up on in turns 1 and 2, especially in 3 and 4. You hook up in that middle kind of seam right there in the low lane, and then going into 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 right here, excuse me. You see there's a seam on the bottom, but it looks like these guys kind of rolling it to the outside and picking up some speed here, as Jason Collins is already off to a fast start, as he is almost 2 seconds ahead of Wes Wiegand right here, and almost a full second up on Roddy Shirk in that 2nd place position behind him. As Jason Collins seems to be rolling, setting the fastest lap of the race, 19:09 at lap 3, but he's got all that fresh air out there, so you do expect that from the leader setting that pace. And it looks like Jason Collins, whoa, as the caution is out. Maybe Will Weber, Daniel Worthington. Oh, a bunch of trucks down there. You see that 77 of Doug Neal. You see the 34 right there, Jason Bridges, and that 24 of Will Weber. See what happened here with these drivers as we will go on board here and check the replay. Whoa! Looks like Doug Neal's getting loose. You see him too wide right there coming out of turn number 2. And whoa, the 24 just got around it. Oh, look at Blanchard.
That was a good dodge there from the mean machine, the 19.
Oh, look at what he just drove through.
Yeah, As you see, the 16 getting a little bit of that back bumper on the 24 Will Weber, but he's going to be able to keep rolling. All these guys have a little bit of damage, but here on the short track, you know, the damage is not. Oh, as you see the 24 or the the 77, I do believe, of Doug Mill. Yeah, he's blown up there. Oh, that's going to be unfortunate for him.
And that's going to end his night early. Lap number 3. As it's still going to be Jason Collins out in the lead. Going to be interesting to see if any drivers try to get some strategy rolling here. Only 120 laps at North Wilkesboro tonight. It looks like nobody is going to come down pit road, maybe besides the trucks that were in that accident right there. It looks like we are getting rolling here. Caution should be fairly short. You see the beautiful scenery out in the background behind turns number 1 and 2. You've got all those beautiful NASCAR historic looking banners on the track, just like it was in 1987. You see that right there, Holly Farms. We actually got that Bluegrass Farms 120. A little bit of a throwback to that name, Holly Farms 400. He brought up the Bluegrass Farms 120, and man, me and Chris love to run with those historic names. Historic NASCAR just means a lot to a lot of people, and especially us as fans. We do enjoy going back and watching those old races. Either way, bringing that old school flavor to you here tonight in the Bluegrass Truck Series, as they are about to line back up too wide. It's going to be Jason Collins and Ronnie Shirk still holding their positions. First on to 6th has not moved up in the field. That could change with this restart, but it seems like the first couple drivers just setting their own pace and pretty stagnant. Not a lot of movement in the field yet. As we are rolling here, as you see the pace car pulling the field through turns number 3 and 4. As the pace car should take that hard left. Can't really see it that great. But the green flag is going to wave here. And Jason Collins going to get off to a big start right there, as he is rolling it down into turn number 1. We'll see if that's going to be our only caution of the night, or if we have more. We know how North Wilkesboro can be. Nothing on the drivers here. They have nothing but talent. But North Wilkesboro, man, it's one of those tracks that you get out there, and even if you have all the talent in the world, it's easy to get caught up in anything or be the guy that causes that. That can happen in this track. Just a little short track is North Wilkesboro, 0.63 miles. And if you're worried about the track temperature, it is only 81 degrees, 78 degrees outside, overcast skies, as you see those black clouds forming in the background there. Look at the skyline of those trees. Looks like we're rolling, as we are 2 laps into this green flag run after our first caution on lap number 3. As you see that 88 of Wes Wiegand, 22 of Scott Madden. Looks like they're going to be battling it out here in turn number 3 and 4 as they roll it down the front straightaway in turn 3, or coming out of turn number 4. That is one turn here on North Wilkesboro. You get in the gas just a little too early, it'll send that race truck around in no time. It'll definitely get you around.
Yeah, turn 2 is also the same way. I've actually done a couple of truck races here whenever it was in the official series, and I will say that you have to get on the brakes very much, and you also have, whenever you get into the brakes, you want to get back into the gas, but if you get back into that gas too early, you will see, like you saw Will Weber go around earlier. It just happens. It'll snap around on you.
As Billy Bowerman has moved himself up into the top 3. Set the fastest lap of the race, 19 seconds flat. As that 51 of Ronnie Shirk is starting to roll back up to that back bumper of Jason Collins. As Jason is multiple pole sitters this season. He has done a good job on the pole. But only been able to capitalize off that pole position one time at Bristol Motor Speedway. When we went there for Bristol Dirt, he was able to pick up the win, pick up the pole, sweep the race. But he has sat on the pole 5 times this season. Sat on the pole last week at Charlotte. Wasn't able to come home with the win. Finished in a solid 2nd, but still a good run from Jason, as he is been just out there moving. It seems like week in and week out, he is starting to find pace where pace does not exist sometimes. That man has gotten it rolling.
Whoa,
speaking of
Wes
rolling,
Wiegand getting a little bit
I was going to say Wes Wiegand getting in there a little bit. But speaking of rolling, Ronnie Shirk, Billy Bowerman, that is just, we were talking about Ronnie Shirk last week and how he hasn't been up towards the front of the field too much this season sometimes, and he has. He's qualified up here pretty good up in the front, and he has sat on the pole at Homestead. He won at Homestead. So Ronnie Shirk, no slouch, but he's had a couple little bits of adversity this season, just being in the wrong place, wrong time, getting ran back into the back of the line a little bit on pit strategy, just not able to capitalize on it. But Ronnie Shirk, He is a one-time winner this season. He did, like I said, went at Homestead. And he sat on the pole for that race, sat on the pole for Richmond, as well, and was unfortunately not able to bring that victory home. But Ronnie Shirk, another one of those drivers here mid-season, has been just re-picking it up. Same as Billy Bauer, man. He looks good. As we're going to go back here in the field, you're going to see that 55 of CJ Mason, that 88 of Wes Wiegand, 971 of Nate Mowers. They are just all battling out. 22 of Scott Madden, 23 of Travis White, 26 of Jeremy Little, all in that mix too. One car goes around. Makes up a lot of spot for some of these people. You see that 19 Mean Machine of Christopher Blanchard rounding out your top 10 as he is rolling through. And that's how I feel right now on that hood, now that we finally are able to get this race going. You folks can see the action on the track, as North Wilkesboro is one of those tracks that it is just a fun racetrack to be at, race at on the virtual platform in iRacing. Sadly, we have to save the speedways for a reason. This track needs to come back. I know that the government of North Carolina wanting to put a lot of money into this racetrack. So, hey, thinking face emoji. We could get North Wilkesboro back, and that would be a party in North Carolina, let me tell you.
Yeah, as you see, Ronnie Shirk and that number 51
He's
Chevy, he's starting to pull back up to the back bumper there of Jason Collins. You know, like you were saying earlier, Josh, we come up with a saying earlier in the season saying, you just got shirked. Well, Ronnie has been shirked himself. He's been in a lot of adversity. So like you were saying, it is good to see him up here in that second place position, battling it out with Jason Collins right now.
And making that high line roll in 3 and 4 a lot more than I see a lot of other drivers, but you see Jason is pulling away a little bit. But he's making that high line work, not necessarily a place you see drivers go really in any of the series of oval racing. As you see that number 2 right there, that is Logan Russell all over the back bumper of the 53 of Jimmy Johnson. Another driver who has just been bit with the unfortunate bug this season, but looks like he's got the truck rolling here. He's sitting in 11th. I'm pretty sure Jimmy Johnson would love to get a top 10 or just, a little bit higher, as he has just been unfortunate this season. As we go back here to Michael Brizzen, Robert Richards, and that 24 of Will Weber, as they are all currently racing for that 14.
Oh, you see the 71 up in the wall.
Oh, yeah. 71's getting loose coming out of 3 as well. They might be 3 wide coming down the front straightaway. That 48 of Robert Richards, that 71 of Michael Brizzen. But look at that outside lane. Looseness into the wall. He is still rolling, as he is going to be right on the back bumper of that 24 Will Weber, who does have damage from that earlier wreck. Whoa, as the 71's around, the 48's going to go around as well. Man. Oh, Michael is so appalled. Man, he feels so bad about that. I feel bad now for him. That was the loudest, man. I'm sorry. I felt so bad. I was like, man, you didn't even wreck me, and I feel bad now. That was, that was just, man, you hate to see that. Those drivers probably did not mean to do that. And Michael felt completely bad about that, man, instantly over the radio as soon as they made contact. So that just goes to show you a lot of heart in these guys, a lot of good drivers out here. Not only on the racetrack are they good, outside of the racetrack, they are a good group of guys. A lot of friends in this group, a lot of, you've got your on-track rivalries, but it seems like once it comes down to it, these guys, do just enjoy racing with each other, or, hey, maybe they just all hate each other. Who knows? But Ronnie Shirk rolling to that outside lane, man. Jason Bridges pitting in right there. That number 34 machine coming down pit lane.
Oh, as you see the 51
you see
starting
Ronnie
to run.
Shirk, yeah, that outside lane seems like it might be picking up a little bit of rubber here later in the run. Or maybe Jason Collins running that inside lane, just got on those tires a little bit too hard. Not sure, as that 51 of Ronnie Shirk starting to pick up some momentum, as that yellow 51 is rolling the outside lane in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But it seems like he's not able to shut the gap down all the way, as that 3 of Jason Collins, he gets up next to him. And then down the straightaways, he starts to pull away.
Yeah, it does look like that Ronnie Shirk is making that top line work very well. I was going to say that's something that we really don't see here a lot at North Wilkesboro. That top line is very bumpy, very it's got a lot of dirt and
especially
tire marbles.
in turn 3.
Yeah, especially turn 3 and 4 is definitely really bad. But seeing that top line work here, Josh, that is a very interesting tactic.
Doesn't seem like it is working at the second. He got loose a little bit, it looked like, coming out of turns 1 and 2. Man, Ronnie Shirk is just willing it on that outside lane, though. He's got Billy Bowerman and Nate Maurer starting to catch him, as Jason Collins has already advanced that gap almost to 6/10 of a second, maybe 7/10, excuse me, as he is rolling. But you see Billy Bowerman now rolling up to that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. You got Nate Maurer in that 971, another driver who is just usually on fire all season. He has definitely got the truck to get it done here tonight. it's going to be interesting to see how Maurer does take this race, as he did win at Daytona for the opening race of the season, and he won at Dover 2 weeks ago. So Maurer, he is on a 2-win season as well. Caution is out, lap number 32. And oh man, it's your boy Chris, Travis 20 around, but it looks like no damage on the front stretch. Maybe just got around down to that a little bit. I think he backed it into the wall on purpose.
Yeah, just to get out of everybody's way. We'll go back and see what happened. Probably, like we said, just getting on that gas just a little too early and sending it around. We'll see what happened here.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. There it is. Ooh, just a little bit of a lug tap with the wall.
Hey, it doesn't look like it did too much damage to the front end of that truck, though.
Yeah, and obviously he's not going to get any rear damage. Rolled it into the wall slowly. Maybe just a 0 times from that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's too bad.
And man, it does not matter what kind of race car you are racing in here, because this is a track that you just beat, bang, lean, dump people, anything you can think of, it's happened at North Wilkesboro. It is a fun racetrack, but hey, you can roll out there on wheels on a roll cage, and I guarantee you're going to get around this joint fast. As Jason Collins looks like he has got it under control. We'll see when these drivers do decide to come down pit lane, maybe this time by. As it looks like Jason Collins at 51 of Ronnie Shirk, Billy Byron as well. So everybody does seem to stay out this time, as we are only 34 laps in. So you got to assume too, this is a very short racetrack. So not a lot of fuel burn, not a lot of I mean, there is a lot of tire wear, but you know, it doesn't really start kicking in a little bit later like other racetracks. You know, about lap 35 on a track like Charlotte, man, you're feeling it. But on a 0.63 mile. Sorry, I'm here. I was listening to race control.
Oh, okay. I was just like, I thought maybe I lost you there for a second or something. But yeah, whoa, as you see Travis Twitty spun around there in the grass.
Yeah, I think him and Robert Richards just made contact under caution here. Because Twitty came over race control. And then, yeah, they kind of went at each other for a second. Not ran at each other, but
yeah, it looks like right there he was going to pull down pit lane, and maybe that 48 just didn't think he was going down in the pits. Sent him around. As I see why you had stopped talking to listen to what was going on.
Yeah, sorry. They were, you know, I heard Twitty say something, and then I heard Richard say something, and then I heard race control start, whoa. So I had to listen, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go, you know, mute there. But
I know. I was like there for a second. I thought,
when things start getting excited for race control, man, they get excited for me. As it looks like Twitty, maybe, no, he had to go a lap down there, didn't he? The pace car did get past him. So it looks like Twitty is going to be starting from the back of the pack here as the pace lights are out. You see that 29 rolling through. The good thing for him is this is a track you can get those laps back. So, man, unfortunate for Travis. We know he has been bit with that incident bug all season, caught up in the stuff. Wrong place, right time, and another unfortunate weekend here for not only the 48 of Robert Richards, who's been in that same kind of issues. Also for that 29 of Travis Twitty, but we are back green.
Yeah, as you see Jason Collins get out to another demanding lead, but look who's right behind him, Ronnie Shirk. He's not letting him get out too far.
Whoa,
we got Wes Wiegand. We got Wes Wiegand down in the grass, probably just a little bit on those tires faster than he should have been. Maybe got sent from behind. We'll go back and check it.
As let's see.
Looks like maybe. Yeah,
is that right the 23 there. Of Travis White? Yeah.
23 of Travis White just getting into that rear quarter panel just ever so slightly and sending that 88 of Wes Wiegand around. It's a lot of what you're going to be seeing here on these short track
look
races.
Look at 22 of Scott Madden. Just give him a big old shove right there. Messed up the front end of that Toyota Tundra. Gonna need a new front grill after that one. And let's hope not any overheating issues for that 22.
Yeah, as we know that short track racing, that is how it is. It can be very demanding, very pushy. You know, you're leaning on guys are leaning on you, you're bumping, banging. It's a hell of a time, as they'd say.
So Chris getting close to that stage break.
Yeah, stage break will be at lap 45. The pits will close at lap 43, which will set that at. So that means that within those 2 laps, they cannot go into the pits. If they do, they will be given an ELO.
Sorry, I keep going mute, man. I just keep listening to driver chat. I'm gonna mute it for the second. Unmute it when we get back to racing, but they are just kind of talking about things right now. So yeah. Either way, this has already gotten off to a good start. We've had some good racing up front, good racing mid-pack. We've had some accidents, we've had some bumping, we've had some banging. We got crunched up sheet metal. That's how you know it's going to be a good show. As the stage break, like Chris said, will come up at lap number 45. And yeah, we will see if I don't think they said they're going to use this as the stage break. Going to maybe do a green-white checkered to the stage break right here. So as soon as we get back to going green, it should be about lap number 44 or 43 here. So we will see how they do this. And I want to say it's at the end of lap number 45. So
it is. Yeah. It is the end of lap 45.
So that's like as soon as we hit 46.
Yes.
So yeah, it should be a green-white checkered here. Sorry, I'm horrible with race car math. Like I say, week in and week out. But hey, I didn't sign up in here to calculate mathematical terms and make you feel like you're getting educated in algebra. I'm here to tell you about race cars go left. And hey, that's what they're doing tonight. We've got a good little race starting here at the Bluegrass Farms 120. And if you are joining us, we do appreciate you. Shout out to all the fans out there. Shout out to the Bluegrass guys. This has been a fun race so far. You see that 3 of Jason Collins, that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. It's going to be the 971 of Nate Maurer, that 87 of Billy Bowen. They are going to bring us to the green. That are those top 4 in their original qualifying spots. The pace car is off. They hit the restart zone. The green flag is going to wave, and Jason Collins just really showing you how to get it done on the restarts. Ronnie Shirk, also a very good restart as well. Looked like he hung back a little bit. Not hung back, but didn't get as good of a run, and then all of a sudden it was like he was shot out of cannon. Started running up to that 3 of Jason Collins. Go back in the field, though. You got that 87 of Billy Bowerman, 55 of CJ Mason. They're about 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back. And that is a very hard place to be in. It is not fun being mid-pack 2 wide for about 6 rows back because you got really nowhere to go here at North Wilkesboro. You can't take it 3 wide. That will not work at all. So, I mean, it can work, but you've got to have a lot of talented drivers around you that understand what's going on, or you're just going to get washed up to from that middle lane almost every time. But either way, go back up on board here with Jason Collins for just a moment. Man, already back out to a 1-second gap. Jason's rolling as... Is that the end of the stage? Looks like they are going one more.
Might have thrown it off just a little bit with that caution, so it should be coming up here in a second.
Yeah, it was supposed to be at the end of lap number 45, but it looks like they might have extended it by a lap just for them to run a green-white checkered finish right there of the stage. But it's going to be Jason Collins in that number 3 machine. Picking up stage win like he did last week. Let's see if he can capitalize, though, and lead for the rest of this race. But, yeah, we are going to be having a word with that number 3 here in just a moment after he... Excuse me, sorry. I was just listening to race control one more time, or race chat. But, yeah, we'll see once Jason Collins comes out of the pits. We'll have a word with your stage winner in that number 3 7-box Bluegrass machine. Rims 1 as well on the back of that car, and or truck, excuse me. I do love those red wheels. They look good. As pit road is going to be open. If you look down pit road, no walls right there. North Wilkesboro used to not even have walls down the front straightaway. Pit guys were just open. They were there. As you see everybody coming into pit road here. Not everybody. Got a couple lapped cars that have stayed out to get their wave around and pit on the next time by, but you're looking at those cones right there. That is pit road exit. Jason Collins, basically right there. So he could just get out of his truck and run over the line at this point and still take the lead. And yeah, he is going to get out to the lead. And look at Nate Maurer. Good jump by him. He's going to move in front of. Oh, and excuse me, Trent Cameron, Michael Briz, and Christopher Blanchard all did stay out that time. So they're not lapped cars, excuse me. That's actually going to put Jason Collins into that 4th spot right now. Trent Cameron, your big mover, with Michael Brizen up 19 and 20 spots as they are moving through the field there with staying out under that caution. And Chris, if you want to go on board with Jason Collins, we'll see if we can get a word with him. Hey, Jason, it's the boys up in the booth. You got a word, or you got a second for us, man?
Yeah, man. What's happening?
Hey, what's happening with you, man? 2 stage wins both weeks. You're sitting on your like 4th, 5th pole this season. You're looking hot out here at North Wilkesboro. What you got for us for the rest of this race? And how's the track coming to you?
I just got to keep the fenders on it, keep it clean, and let it do what it does, man. Just let the truck, race the racetrack, not the competition. That's the main thing. Just hitting my marks, make sure I don't mess up anywhere. So,
Heck yeah,
got to get a
Jason.
good restart on this stage. So,
Hey,
Wait,
you're doing a great job out there so far, man. I'll let Chris give you a
No, I
word.
was just
right
gonna
quick.
say, hey man, you're looking good up here. You know, it's always a lot of fun watching this North Wilkesboro racing. So good luck out there, man.
all right, man. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, well, Jason, we will be sending you back down, buddy. Congratulations on the stage win, and good luck in the rest of your race. Woo, I cannot talk right now.
All right, thanks, guys.
See you, Jason. And that was Jason Collins, your stage winner. Man, I am all tongue twisted right now. It has been a minute since I've called a race, like 3 days to be exact, 4 days, something like that. But it feels like it's been forever. And been at work, started a new job. So once you get back into the flow of different things, it's kind of weird coming in and trying to get back into this flow. Is usually I'm sitting here I would sit here sometimes for 6-7 hours a day studying some of these things, and now I just get here right now and get home, basically call a race as soon as I get home. So just a little bit to get into that flow, and do apologize if the calls have been a little lackluster, but hey, we're about to get rolling here. Those two guys in the front lane, both on old tires. You got a bunch of hungry dogs behind them. We're back green as that 36 of Trent Cameron, that 71 of Michael Brisen, both of those damaged race cars, but still rolling out there, are about to be under a lot of pressure from that 3 of Jason Collins, that 971 of Nate Maurer. As, whoa, looks like Jason had to jump out of the gas a little bit. That inside lane, that 36 of Trent Cameron checked up just a little, but that inside lane will work out of 3 and 4 a lot better. Man, Trent Cameron is just falling off the pace really hard. Jason Collins gonna go to the outside. We're gonna be almost 3 wide there for a second.
That was a ballsy move there from Jason Collins to move up to that top lane. Woo!
Yeah, that top lane is gonna work right now with those fresh tires. As you see Nate Maurer now to that inside lane, and look at that 3 driving on by on that outside lane. That's gonna give CJ Mason a little bit of a run too, as now there's some cars trapped behind that 36. Like, oh, look at the 51 of Ronnie Shirk. He was moving up the racetrack. Him and CJ Mason now in that 55, side by side, 2 wide, coming down the back stretch for about 4 rows back. As you see, some good old racing right now. That's the 87 of Billy Bowerman, the 26 of Jeremy Little. You got the 53 of Jimmy Johnson, that 23 of Travis White, and 83 of Chris LaBourgeois. Whoa! Look at that 83 diving it into turn number 1. They are 3 wide here at North Wilkesboro, folks. And it looks like that 83 got to the outside wall just a little. He's going to straighten it back up. He's actually going to make a pass. Man, Bourgeois is on a run right now in that outside lane. That 83 is making it stick. Almost going 3 wide again out of turn number 3. This is starting to heat up, baby. Feel like I'm watching Jeffrey Bodine, Darrell Waltrip, and Earnhardt go at it now. The blood's starting to flow.
Yeah, we're going to go back up in your board with Nate Maurer, see how him and Jason Collins, they are about to be duking it out like Tyson and oh man, what's his name?
Evander Holyfield.
There you go. I knew I was.
Just
I was
don't
trying
buy
to
it a zero off, Jason.
Yeah, just don't buy the zero off, Jason. I couldn't remember his name. I was going to say it, and then I was like, wait, what was his name? But yeah, as you see, that number 71 of Michael Brisen, he's starting to fall off just a little bit. Probably them older tires just not wanting to work with him like these fresh tires are. As you see, everybody starting to drive on the inside.
But he's still holding his lane, man. Look at that. That was a good little runoff before. Sorry, Chris. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Good.
He is falling back just a little bit here in turn number 1 and 2, but watch the drive he's getting in that outside lane. Oh, I think that's the 36 of Trent Cameron, who restarted on the pole. Yeah, he is falling all the way back in the grass. Caution is not going to come out. We're going to be green here as he was able to gather it back up. No major spinach. Looks like he just got into the grass. Maybe got a bumper tap. We don't know what. We'd have to go back and see in just a moment. But look at Jason Collins. He is just looking for any way around this 971 and Nate Maurer. We talked about both of these guys early in the race. We know that 971, bad fast. That number 3, bad fast. This is starting to look like some good old North Wilkesboro racing like it was at the back of the pack up here for the lead.
Yeah, I feel like I'm watching an old Earnhardt and Terry Labonte race right now.
Well, hey, as long as they hit each other and repay each other year after year, then that's how you know it's going to be Earnhardt, Terry Labonte. But Nate Maurer is still out in the lead. CJ Mason now setting the fastest lap of the race in that 55. And look at him. He qualified in 7th, up in that 3rd position. CJ Mason, one of those drivers that usually sits up in those farther positions, holding on to his pit strategies for as long as he could. And Daniel Worthington just called wrecking on the back And it looks like it might be that 13 of Brian Terry. Ooh, I thought Travis Twitty was going fast. That scared me there for a second. Oh, man, that looks like the 24 of Will Weber, the 13 of Brian Terry. And Will Weber just said, I am unbelievably sorry, Brian. That was completely on me. And yeah, oh, man. Oh, Brian Terry hit the...
Oh, and Travis Twitty got into the rear end of him.
Unfortunate for Brian Terry, man. Dang.
Well, that was not a different camera. I don't know what just happened there. Slow it down here.
I just heard...
Oh, go ahead.
I just heard Jason and Maurer. Maurer said, where's the pace car? Jason said, dude, I don't know what it's doing, bro. Everybody just slow down. Seems like the pace car, man. Oh, Scott Madden caught another bit of that wreck on that same spot, basically. But, man, the 13 of Michael Terry, if this was a, oh, and Twitty did get a little bit of contact there with the 24. Not really much to know where to go, and unfortunate for that 29. You see that 80? That 80, I got to mute Trapper Chat, man. They're making me laugh. That 80 out of West Wigan looks like he's got a little bit of damage from earlier contact. And man, unfortunate for Brian Terry. You just hate to see it. Another one of those guys that just has not been able to capitalize on his forward moving, just been caught up in those wrong moments, in the wrong times. So it's just unfortunate for Brian Terry. Hopefully he can get a good run under him. And I know a lot of these guys are probably excited to run at North Wilkesboro because Chris, look at that top 10, man. That is a top 10 that, we're used to seeing all these drivers in the top 10. Look how mixed up it is. You got Jimmy Johnson in 7. I mean, LeBourgeois, who's usually a fast runner up there towards the top 5, he's only sitting in 8. You got Logan Russell, Travis White towards the back. Up in the front, you've got your main 3 guys, or main 5 at least, that you're used to seeing up here. Maurer, Collins, Mason Little, and Shirk. Bowerman, another one of those drivers that we were talking about in that 87 machine. I mean, he has just been showing excellent pace here in the midseason. Really able to find just a wrench on that race car, as I guess I could say. Or grasp on that race car. I guess that makes more sense. He's been really finding a grasp on that race truck, excuse me. That 87 of Billy Bowerman, he is no slouch. He has just been hiding that pace because these last couple weeks, that 87 machine, he has been out for blood. He is ready to run, and man, I feel bad for anybody that's in that 87's way tonight because, like we said, he just hides that pace. Billy will hang out, and then all of a sudden, he's up in the lead or he's up in second. And that 87's been doing a lot of that this season, so good to see him running up here, especially, like I said a minute ago, that 53 of Jimmy Johnson, man. Awesome to see him running up here in 7. Another one of those drivers that has just been, oh, man, can't say it enough. Wrong place, wrong time. That 53, he's sitting in a good spot right now. Currently in 7th or 8th position, not sure. Him and LeBourgeois are lining up too wide, so he's in that 7th position, excuse me, as, yeah. Looks like we are getting ready to go rolling here. Nate Maurer in that 971, that number 3 of Jason Collins. This is going to be a fun race right here, Chris. 2 guys that are very good at getting off on the start. And it's going to be good because Jason Collins has been rolling tonight in that restart spot. Look at that, 971 getting a good start. Mason for a second there. Oh, he does have the inside lane on Jason Collins, but Jason going to take it too wide. And oh my goodness, he is going to drive around on the outside. Jason Collins, what a pass at turn numbers 1 and 2. He said, that lead is mine and ain't nobody stopping me. And look at Jeremy Little up from his original qualified spot of 14, running 2nd place and passing Maurer, man, on the outside as well. That outside lane is digging right now.
Yeah, it definitely seems like that outside lane has come to life. Like I was saying earlier, I've ran a couple official races here in the trucks, and I can say that outside lane never worked for us as I see Robert Richards go around.
Oh, unfortunate for that Clemson 48. Might have been a single car accident. We will go back and see what happened to this 48 machine. So it looks like that is the 16 of Joey Doucette beside him, the 42 of Ed Osborne, but it looks like he did just get around on his own. Everybody else able to get by cleanly, and he's able to keep his car out of the inside guardrail, the outside concrete wall, maybe a little bit of a lub tap. Nope, got it cleared around. Did that good old J-turn right there, or donut, half donut, what do you want to call it? Spun them rear tires up, got the car around, but Jason Collins back to where he is comfortable with tonight, sitting in that P1 spot. And I bet he is very glad that he has not Nate Maurer on his inside or outside on this restart. But man, if anybody is showing some speed right now, Jeremy Little on a good run. That 26 is rolling. And Ed Osborne, he did just become the lucky dog. Ed Osborne is going to be back on the lead lap here. Good to see that number 42. Not a lot of damage on that race truck, just got up in the earlier accidents, but he is rolling and he is going to be back on that lead lap, tail end of the field, but he is going to be excited to be back on that lead lap. So good on Ed Osborne. He is back out there, as you see our virtual photographers up there. All these fans out here, man, I guarantee you that's what it looked like at a Wilkesboro race for all 400, 500. I don't really remember how many laps they ran here because it's been a minute since I've watched a Wilkesboro race, maybe about a month or two. But either way, you know those fans, and that's exactly how they were at these races. The Holly Farms 400, you know, the any of these races, the first Union 400, it was just, I feel like on your feet, you did not sit down, and they didn't sell seats. They sold standing space, I feel like, at this racetrack back in the day. It is good to see that the virtual crowd is packed out, even though they always are, but don't tell anybody. But yeah.
When I race, they're on COVID lockdown. I have nobody in the stands at all. You see that 29 of Travis Twitty going to try to get out in front of that pace car. Does he make it? I think he did. Okay, so Travis Twitty's going to be able to go back around and at least not go 2 laps down.
Heard Twitty say something. Oh, Twitty, because Twitty's a lapped car. He said he just went into pit road on that second lap, and it said that he wasn't allowed to go into pit road or something. That's weird.
Huh. The pace lights are off. You're going to see Jeremy Little take that outside line. You got any information for us, Josh?
Yeah, it's just I think it was just a little bit of an issue with the pace car. I'm not sure exactly what they're on about at this moment. I know Twitty he had to slow down or something. I'm not really exactly sure. Either way, it was something to do with the pace car did beat him to the pit exit, but since he didn't beat the pace car, I think it's past the start finish line, but I'm not sure. Either way, we are back green flag racing here, and yeah, Jason Collins off to another good start with that 26 Jeremy Little. Oh, wait. Did Robert Richards just spin?
Yeah,
was that a replay?
It said Robert Richards spun, and then I think he jumped to the pits. Yeah, it says he jumped to the pits. So Robert Richards around coming into the green flag in turn 4. But he's going to jump to the pits, so we're going to stay green.
Look at that, Chris. CJ Mason battling back there with that 971 and Nate Maurer now. As you see Billy Bowerman, Ronnie Shirk, that's Chris LeBourgeois, and that number 53 of Jimmy Johnson right behind him. So you also got, excuse me.
Whoa!
I don't know what name I was going to say, but hey, I just saw that. That 51 of Ronnie Shirk got big, old, tight cloud up the racetrack.
971 get loose.
Yeah, and sometimes that rear end will come around. You have to jump out of the gas real quick, or like we said, that car just snaps around on you. You've seen it here tonight, both on the back straightaway and the front straightaway. So Nate Maurer just probably happened to get out of the gas because that rear end was starting to spin up. It's just that transition change coming off that bottom lane. There's a little bit of a transition right here. I don't know what it really is, but when you see it through the windshield, you understand it. It'll get you sideways, it'll get you sideways fast.
CJ Mason just set the fastest lap of the session with 18.9.95. So they both set the same exact time, and that would be the fastest lap of the session.
Go to CJ Mason right quick. 9.47, so technically Mason, yeah, he was just about 3/100ths of a second, so 9.51 on Jeremy Little. So basically identical lap times. But you see Jason Collins still able to hold it off as we are already to lap 80, man. This race is flying. As it is North Wilkesboro, so what do you expect? 120 laps around here is like running a foot race around your around your local walking track. It's a pretty short little track, but man, the racing is exciting because look at Jeremy Little, the 26 all over the back bumper of Jason Collins, giving him a mirrorful. Oh, and 3 looked like he got a little loose. Maybe not. That just might have been that illusion. Optical illusion, sorry. I thought the 3 of Jason Collins was getting ready, but oh, man, he's going to cut him off. He's on that Mikey Waltrip line on that outside lane, holding that seam, pinching that inside car down, and that's what Mikey used to do around here at North Wilkesboro. And, man, Jason Collins just did a good job right there, holding that 26 off. You see it right there, twitch.tv, the JC323. Go follow that man, because he is showing you how to get it done. Pace car is in turn 2. That's what Jason Collins just said over the radio, so the field will be checking up. And Chris, what did that caution come out for?
I don't actually see any.
53, I think it was.
Oh, there we go.
23, excuse me.
As we did not have a warning, so we're gonna go back and see. It just looks like another one of those loose bugs getting back on the gas too early and going around.
So, Chris, I want you to put them in the car right quick, the fans. Let them see what we talk about. You just snap. There's no warning. There's nothing. You just got to know mentally how to, I mean, maybe in a direct drive, me and Chris don't drive on DDs, so, you know, we don't really get that tire feel, but did you see, look, you're just getting back into the gas, you're rolling. Next thing you know, you're just, oh, Travis Twitty back on the lead lap, Chris. I know that's your man right there. He is the lucky dog.
So as you
we got one Travis in the wall. We got one Travis coming back around as the lucky dog. So that was just Travis to Travis mind games right there. Hey, buddy, I'm going to spin because I'm going to get you back on the lead lap too. Just all jokes. So we know that White probably didn't want to spin out right there. But either way, Jason Collins, did he pit? Yeah, he pitted. Okay, just making sure. So it looks like we did have a couple drivers down pit road. Jason Collins, CJ Mason, Billy Bowerman, Logan Russell, Ronnie Shirk, Chris LeBourgeois, Wes Wiegand, Daniel Worthington, Michael Brizzett, Ed Osborne, and Travis White all came down pit road that last time by. Looks like Trent Cameron's in as well, so he's losing some spot. Maybe had second thoughts on staying out. Did you see Joey Doucette is in pit road as well as Doug Neal? It looks like Doug Neal taking 2 tires and getting out of there. Same with Joey Doucette, or it could be 4 tires. Pit road is so short here that the times, you know, are just a little bit cut. As, yeah, Scott Madden, Brian Terry, and Jason Bridges still in pit road, taking those damages from earlier. We know that 13 of Brian Terry blew up. That 34 of Jason Bridges as well. It was Jason Bridges that blew up on the first lap, correct? And yeah, So Jeremy Little is going to be your leader currently, and he does get lane choice. He's going to take that outside lane. Very, very surprising to take that outside lane here, but hey, maybe just thinking he can get just into that gas and go on that outside lane. But hey, he is the driver, and I'm the commentator, man. I don't question the moves. I see him be made and think, wow, how did he do that? That's what I love about being out here watching these races. I get in the sim, and I'll watch these guys go try to imitate what they're doing on the racetrack, and I just want to say, man, screw it. They've got them Harry Hog tires on, man, the special compounds, the special tires, and I'm just going to be sitting up here in the booth eating ice cream. We're eating ice cream? Yeah. So let's go out here and not hit the pace car, but we're about to get back going. Is when we do get back to green here, as you see the pace lights off, we are about to go to a Sim Racing Media Turn It Up as the pace car is bringing them out of turn number 4. So enjoy these sights and sounds. Unless we go under caution, we will be back of the virtual North Wilkesboro Speedway. Woo! And we hope you enjoyed those sights and sounds of the virtual iRacing, I almost said iRacing Super Speedway, man. I don't know where that just came from. Of the virtual North Wilkesboro Speedway on the iRacing platform. I think that's what I was trying to say, but it just came out all wrong. But yeah, either way, hey, I would love to see these guys at iRacing Super Speedway. Speaking of it, that'd be awesome to see these guys battling it out on that. Oh, LeBourgeois, no!
Yeah, as you see there.
Hey, he's safe though. A little bit of a touch, but he's good.
As you see that car going around, just doing that that best getting on the gas too quick impersonation and going around.
As Chris, when we go back live, I will see what lap we're on. I'm looking at caution lap right now.
93.
We're on lap 93, so we are getting these laps down here. Man, we've only been in the sim for 45 minutes. It's wow, this is a race that is blowing by, excuse me. But hey, when you've got these drivers out here that have extreme amounts of talent, it's like Travis Twitty getting that lap back again, as he did get beat out by the pace car just a moment ago. It looks like he is going to be back on the lead lap here. Lucky dog going high. Travis Twitty back on the lead lap. I think should be. He just got the wave around, so. Oh, it's just probably waiting for him to come back by and hit the stripe again. Sorry, I forget how timing works in this game. So yeah, Travis Twitty is your lucky dog. He will be back on the lead lap. He hits that stripe this next time by.
Looks like he's still one more lap down.
One more?
Yes, I'm looking at the ticker right now, and it says that he is one lap down.
How did he get... That's weird. How did he get the wave around right there?
Unless he's just... because the next person is 14 laps down, so...
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. Some of these racing rules just baffle me and confuse me sometimes. I think I know one thing, and then, hey, it throws a wrench at it.
Yeah, North Wilkesboro is a really small track, so it's really easy to go down laps. So when you think maybe, oh, they just went one lap down, you look, and then you're like, oh, I'm 3 laps down.
Yeah, especially when you've had some unfortunate circumstances on and off pit road tonight for Travis Twitty. Caught up in one accident earlier under pace laps, caught up in another accident trying to avoid a spinning race car on the track, hitting that 24 of Will Weber, I want to say. So just unfortunate for Travis Twitty, man. I know we've talked to him multiple times, and he always says the same thing. I'm going to get one of them one of these days, and Twitty always says when he wins, we're just going to have to bleep him out. He said he's going to be way too excited in the booth. So it's just, he said we're not allowed to interview him if he wins because he doesn't think it'll be PG friendly, and I tell him, Twitty, we're going to get you in here, man. If I have to scream over you cussing, we will. We know you're going to be happy, baby. But, yeah, shout out.
I see Cliff in the chat. Looking good, fellas. Appreciate it, man. Good to have you here tonight.
Cliff. Hope you're enjoying these guys at North Wilkesboro.
Did not mean to cut you off there, Josh. Sorry about that. I thought you were done talking.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. As the pace lights are off, they're rolling through that turn 3 and 4. And, man, I think I see a guy holding a cell phone filming in the crowd out there. Not realistic. It's supposed to be 1987. As the pace car is down. The green flag is out. We are racing again at North Wilkesboro, and Jason Collins. Jeremy Little going to be racing here into turn 1. He's going to go to that inside lane. It's going to be bumpy a little bit there, but he is going to gather it back up. They're going to be too wide coming down the back straightaway. And, man, Jeremy Little, he is making that outside lane work on 48 lap. He pitted, last pitted on lap 48. It's lap 97. Collins took tires at 82. And that 26 is doing a dang good job right now. I mean, he is just rolling on those older tires. Doing a very excellent job at sticking himself out there and just running that outside lane. Like we were talking about earlier, that is not easy to do, but it looks like Jason Collins may be a little bit of advantage here off of turn number 3. He is going to clear that number 26, new leader at lap 99 with, 32 to go. It is going to be 22. I don't know why I said 32. 22, it's going to be Jason Collins out in the lead, but Jeremy Little is still all over that back bumper, and Chris looking third place. Billy Bowerman, that 87 machine. He's thinking, hey, y'all can talk about that 3, you can talk about that 26, but you're going to talk about me and my boy, CJ Mason, because they're rolling through the field. Look at CJ Mason sticking it to the outside lane. He's going to be too wide now with Billy Bowerman. And, whoa, Billy thought about coming up, but he gave him the room, and that's what you like to see out there, Chris.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say this, respect on the racetrack. Some people need to watch that. Billy Bowerman, CJ Mason, rolling. These guys could have gotten in trouble right there, and they are showing you how to get it done without taking each other out. But no, Billy Bowerman got a little loose. He's going to gather it back up, and that's another thing. All talent, baby. 87. These guys are rolling, man. Ronnie Shirk, he's looking to get his way back up into that top 3 as he is 2 positions off of his original, or 3 positions, of his original qualifying spot of 2nd. He's going to roll to that outside lane of Billy Bowerman. Maybe a little bit of heat in those 87's rear tires, as it looks like it's still going to be Jason Collins out in the lead with a 2-tenth gap, maybe a half a race car, now a full race car, and now a half a race car again. These guys are racing, man. I am loving this. I just love North Wilkesboro, and I have been so excited to call my first league race at North Wilkesboro. This is my first time being here for an actual broadcast, and woo, I just feel like I'm Ken Squire or David Hobbs or one of them. just feel like an old guy right now, man. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, as you see, Ronnie Shirk taking that really hot line. He's going to get up into the wall there, going to bounce off of it like he's in Darlington. Oh, as you see the 87 just tapping that wall just a little bit too.
Man, Jimmy Johnson, he qualified in 16, that 53. He is saying, oh, I love me some North Wilkesboro right now because he is on his best run of the season currently at the moment. That number 53 is looking bad fast out here on the short, low banking track. Is North Wilkesboro, and we love it. We love it. But look at Jason Collins, man. He is running away with this thing. 15 to go. He is out in about 4 tenths out in front of that 26. I'm getting too excited, man. I got to start using my brain when I'm sitting here processing these words now. They're coming out faster than they can.
Looks like Nate Maurer went off track.
Oh no, not the 971. And that's what I love about this league, man. I love these guys. As soon as Maurer wrecked, he just instantly said 971 EOL and please and thank you. No questions about it. He abides by it. He likes it. Or he doesn't like it, but he accepts it, and that's what you like. Whoa, did you see Trent Cameron and them getting back there?
Yeah, you saw the 36 getting around. We'll go back and see what that was about.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to. If it's sheet metal bended, you know I'm excited.
Yeah, as you see there, the 971 just getting on that loud pedal just a little too fast. Going to send him around into the turn. We're going to go back just a little bit to see if we can see what happened there with that 71 of Michael Brizzen.
Woo!
Looks like
71 got around the 36. Travis Twitty is finally the lucky dog. Woo! After saying it 3 times in a row, he is actually the lucky dog this time. Back in the lead lap at 29.
Yeah, as you see the 71 there getting just a little bit loose, and that 36 having to check up. Good on that 113, that 2, and that
83 of Crystal
83
Board.
of Crystal.
I almost said it. Chris Le Bourgeois.
Yeah, they're gonna.
He said it.
Good job checking up.
So if anybody knows, we actually finally got into Discord with Chris. And no hard feelings or anything. He thought it was funny that, we've tried to say his name 15 different ways and can't figure out how to say it. But finally got in there with our boy Le Bourgeois. He told us how to say his name. Hopefully I'm still saying it the way he told me. It's been a long, 3 days since I talked to him. Even though I'm just horrible with names, but hey, we love all these drivers out here, man. Just enjoy being out here. Shout out to Jaworski, man, running race control. Every time he's in race controls, in the race control booth, he is just doing a fine job. Love all these guys over here at the Bluegrass. They're just a good group of truck drivers, race car drivers as well. If you do watch the Cup Series, hey, guess what? Guess where we're gonna be at tonight or tomorrow night? Sonoma Raceway. You better be here for that Cup Series. Wednesday night, 9 p.m. The Cup Series is going to be racing at Sonoma. Man, I am more than excited. I know we got guys like John Kinder literally saying, I'm fast, but then I look at other people's timing, and they're blowing water. They're just blowing us out of the water. But hey, we're expecting some big things. We know Kinder, a couple of those guys that we've talked to in the Bluegrass, talking about how they have been putting in so much practice for this coming up race at Sonoma, so you are not going to want to miss it tomorrow night. It is going to be awesome. Big shout out to the Bracket. Actually funded me and Chris just to get the track so we could start working on those cameras, so big shout out to him. Is not sure if he wanted me to say that on air, but hey, who cares? He's a good guy. He deserves the credit, man. All these guys do. Big group of guys that we enjoy talking to in this Bluegrass Series, and I think Chris wants to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to say, John Bradley Pill, come on, Little and Johnson, let's bring it home for Triple L. And he also said Josh Johnson has second place, though. So we might have jumped the gun there a little bit on the best of, or something that you said earlier. So if we did, we do apologize about that.
Oh, yeah, I do apologize. We did join around the Las Vegas race, so if he did run in the top 5 before that, CJ Mason, and that is very rare. You do not see that come from CJ Mason, but he stuffed it on the inside, and he said, look, buddy, it's time to go. And look at Jeremy Little. He's going to bring it back around the outside, and Jimmy Johnson's loving this in front of him. He's just thinking, hey, let him wreck. Let him wreck.
Yeah, as it looks like Ronnie Shirk and Will Weber.
Oh, and caution is back out. Oh, man, no. Got shirked, man. The 24 Will Weber as well. The 2 black and yellow trucks. I think of them as bumblebees every time I see them. Unfortunate for them. Whoa, we were 3 wide. You see that 71 get on Oh, excuse me. You see that 71? There is a big curb down there in turn number 3 and 4. You touch it, you ride up the track. But look at the 51. They were 3 wide with Ed Osborne, and it looks like just a little bit of contact in that middle lane. That is going to send the 51 around it.
Oh, Nate Maurer got into it.
Man, unfortunate for that 971, and that just shows you that if you're in the back of the pack right there, Nate Maurer been running a very good race. He's led a decent amount of laps here tonight. Unfortunate, though, for him right there. He had that one single car spin and push you back in the back of the pack. You see what can happen when you were back there with racers trying to get in that same space at the same time. And we have only 6 laps until we get it done. So, folks, get up out your seats, get the hats ready to wave, because you need to send these drivers off into turn number 1, because we got a lot of drivers that are up there running that want to pick up their first win. You know, you got Jason Collins up there wanting to pick up his second win of the season. So it is looking like we are just set for a good finish here. And yes, they are correct, Chris. Thank you, chat. It was at Homestead, Miami that Jimmy got his second place. Do apologize for that. Me and Chris actually were not on the league until Las Vegas for the week after. So, man, but I just did my homework. Thank you, chat, for correcting me on that. And do apologize to Jimmy, because, man, he's just picking it back up. You know, you get in those little bit of scruffles every week, and, you know, sometimes you just kind of lose that motivation, or, you know, you just think, man, am I ever going to get a good race? And you get out here and get a good run like this, you know. May not win, you may not finish as good as you want, but sometimes it's a kick in the rear end, and you'll see it'll pick up some of the motivation for these drivers. And, you know, when you've got, you know, a guy like Jimmy Johnson, Billy Bowerman, and, you know, company up there running hard and definitely with the pace, that's how you know the competition's only getting stronger. And that's what we love to see here is, you know, you got Blanchard, guys like Logan Russell, all these guys out here just been caught up in everything. Everybody in this league, I think at one point, have just been the target of the stuff. And it's good to see that the drivers that usually are caught up in that mess almost week in and week out, finally able to have a good, fun race here. And even if it comes down to the wire where they're not able to finish or anything like that happens, it's still awesome to see these guys get up here and run. We enjoy it. It's like I tell Chris sometimes, it's like watching the progress in front of your eyes. It just makes you feel like you're watching your own, like, brother, dad, cousin, whatever. You know, it's just like, man, these guys are cool, man. I love these guys. I want to see if they're good now. You become fans of all these drivers, and it's so entertaining. We just enjoy so much being out here for the Bluegrass guys. It's just week in and week out. It's just more exciting every week. We've got drivers just picking the pace up so much. And it is so good to see, like we said, that competition really ramping up. Enough of what I'm saying. We have 2 laps to get it done here once they hit the stripe to grab 119. This is technically a green-white checkered finish without the overtime. We'll see if they do have to go into overtime or if this will be the last 2 laps of the race. And Jason Collins, good start. That 55 of CJ Mason. Let's see if he tries to shove it to the inside of that 26. Look at Jimmy Johnson coming around the outside. He's going to clear him. Jimmy Johnson up to 3rd place. He's going to take that final podium position. White flag, this time by Jason Collins, shoots it off into turn number 3. The 26 giving it everything those tires have left. White flag waving. Jason Collins is going to shoot it into 1 and 2 for the last time tonight. CJ Mason, he just went up inside. The door was open. He took it. And let's see, Jimmy Johnson going to come back in turn number 3, baby. It looks like he's not going to have the run. And it looks like coming off in turn number 4, Jason Collins gonna pick up the win here at the Bluegrass Farms 120, and you know he is hyped. Man, what a good showing from that number 3 tonight. And I just gotta give a big clap to Jeremy Littleman. 48 lap, or pit lap on lap 48. We're on lap 121, man. He's running with guys up there that pitted. He's running faster than the guys that pitted on lap 100, lap 82.
And he set the fastest time of the session at an 18.88.
Yeah, dude, Jeremy Little, he's a fast car, man. That was a good run from him.
But that doesn't matter now. Look at who's coming down the victory lane doing his victory burnouts there. Jason Collins.
He's going to hit that Alan Kowicki made famous Polish victory lap. No, he's going to hit the Polish drift lap. He's going to start slinging it. Good win from Jason Collins, man. Awesome race here at North Wilkesboro. Man, so many talking points throughout the night with every single driver. You know, that is not something you see from CJ Mason all the time. He is a very, very passive driver. But you saw when it comes to those last 2 laps, he got aggressive. Jimmy Johnson did open that door up. And CJ Mason, he leaned, he banged, he hit doors, bended some sheet metal, touched tires, anything you want to think about. Jimmy Johnson made it happen. As we're watching to that white flag, we'll see that final podium position taken by CJ Mason in full. As look at that, the door was open and CJ just drove it in hard. Little bit of contact, and you saw the 53 look like he was going to get a run back. And unfortunate, though, for Jimmy Johnson, but still, good finish for Jimmy, man. So glad to see him up there in that 4th place, excuse me. Excited to see CJ actually in 3rd, man. Jeremy Little in 2nd. Awesome freaking race tonight, man. North Wilkesboro just put on a show, and we got to see a lot of different drivers get it done here tonight. But, you know, all in all, it comes down to Jason Collins, man, picking up his 2nd win of the season. So, big shout out to Jason. Good race from everybody here tonight. Woo! The blood's flowing now, Chris.
Yeah, I see, good word, Christopher Fell on YouTube. Dive bomb from hell. Jimmy was smart to back off of it and let it go. You are correct, sir. That was one hell of a dive bomb.
Yes, it was. And Mason said, "Hey, the door's open. I'm gonna kick my way in now." That was definitely a short track move right there. We'll see if it does come back to bite any. Be funny to see if some of these drivers get into that. We love those heated battles throughout the season, man. Mason, Jimmy Johnson. That's a rivalry right there. You don't expect, man. Especially coming from Mason. Mason spoke up and said some things sometimes, but a very, very calm and collected guy. And, Jimmy, I don't think I've ever even heard Jimmy talk in driver chat. So, hey, you know what they say? The quiet man's usually the one that'll hurt you the most. Yeah, that'll usually hurt you the most. So, hey, Jimmy's either probably thinking right now, hey, I just had fun, finished 4th, or he's thinking, I'm sending him into the catch fence next week. But either way, we do have CJ Mason, your 3rd place finisher. And I'm more than excited to ask him about that last move. I know he was probably feeling it right there. So let's have a word with your 3rd place finisher, CJ Mason. CJ Mason, Chris and Josh in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, dude, I got you.
Hey, man, awesome freaking race from all you guys out there. That was a really good run there to the finish. And I got to talk about that sprint with Jimmy Johnson right there at the end, man. You just saw that door open. Seems like you just took it. And, hey. How do you feel after coming away 3rd place? And, yeah, how did the race just kind of unfold? Because that was seemed like we just had a bunch of drivers that you weren't really expecting up there tonight. And that's fun to see.
Man, it was fun. It's been a rough couple weeks here lately. So, had some bad luck, stupid penalties on my part. And, I didn't mean to get into Jimmy there. It was just, short track racing, everybody trying to battle there for the last little spot.
But yeah, man, hey, you did a heck of a job tonight. You came home 3rd place, qualified 7th. Like you said, that 55 machine, you've had a little bit of adversity these past couple weeks with penalties, EOLs at the start of the races, but able to qualify in 7th, finish in 3rd, man. Awesome job from you tonight, CJ. You got any final thoughts, any final words before we let you go here tonight, man?
Not at all, man. I just I needed some more green flag laps. I've got a bad habit of racing the guy in front of me and not racing the track. And it took me a couple laps to get going, but congrats, Jason. Hey, he won the race. Congrats to him. He puts a lot of time and effort in the series. So congrats to him. I'd like to thank Chris Papa, First Page Media, Raise Energy, 1-3 Speed, and Splash and Go Graphics. And appreciate the Bluegrass League. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for what you do.
Heck yeah, thank you, CJ, man. And hey, excited to see you up here in 3rd place tonight. And hopefully we can keep the momentum rolling. And we'll see you next week, man.
Yes, sir. I love some short tracks, man. Looking forward to Nashville.
Oh, yes, sir. All right. Well, have a good night, man. All right, and that was CJ Mason, your 3rd place finisher. Gonna go ahead and have a talk with the man who was just getting it done on the old tires. Let's bring up that 26, Jeremy Little. Jeremy Little, this is Chris and Josh in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Man, oh, man. You are just bad fast out here on North Wilkesboro. If this thing goes maybe 10 more laps, we could be talking to you in victory lane tonight. I mean, you came up from 14th position. You last pitted on lap number 48, and you still went out there and set the fastest lap of the race on the last lap. That was insane. You got the guys around you on 40-plus newer tires out there hanging with all the leaders. An awesome run from you, Jeremy. How are you getting that outside lane to work, man? I can't do that.
I certainly appreciate it. I love short track racing. I love this place most of all, and this combination here is one of my favorites. But I've turned countless laps here in late models and super late models and trucks. Just love the place, and wanted to come down from Cup and run with these guys this week because I do love it. I circled this one at the start of the season as the one for the year. It's just a fun race. We had a pretty clean race tonight, not a lot of cautions. We got to get out there and battle it out and have a good time. This RS Button Boxes Chevy just unloaded fast, and looking back on it, do wish I'd have came in for some tires. Didn't realize that many would come in. A few came in behind us that I didn't expect, and saw Jason line up behind us in fourth on that restart with fresh tires, and I knew it was going to be tough to hold those guys off. But kind of rode around for a little bit once he got by me, and just trying to save a little bit for the end. And a few more laps, who knows, woulda, shoulda, coulda. But I think he was doing the same tonight too, saving a little bit for the end because we were both pretty fast there those last couple laps.
Fast indeed. Well, Jeremy, you said it yourself, the one race you circled on the calendar for the truck race this season. You came to North Wilkesboro, you put on one heck of a show for not only the fans, but for me and Chris, man, that was awesome to watch. I'm sure everybody out on the racetrack enjoyed that race, and just like you did. And hey, thank you for putting on a good show here tonight, man. Good job finishing in second place. And you got any final thoughts, any final words before we let you go?
I just got to thank these guys at Bluegrass for having us. Thank you guys at Sim Racing Media for broadcasting, putting on a great show. My whole team over at Triple L Motorsports, RS Button Boxes, our Sunday night Super Late Model Series, Big Ten Super Series on the car as well. Just a team effort, and love running these short tracks, and looking forward to a few on the Cup schedule coming up the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, Jeremy, we're excited to see you tomorrow night at Sonoma, and hopefully you got that road course ringer in you, because I know it's going to be a tough one at Sonoma. But hey, congratulations again, man, and hopefully we'll be talking to you in the booth again tomorrow during the Cup Series. Who knows?
Appreciate it. Yeah, we got John Schwartz for those road courses over on the Cup side. He's our road course guy, and I won't be there tomorrow, so I'll be rooting him on.
Okay.
Taking care of some dad stuff tomorrow night. But we'll see you guys next Wednesday night, hopefully.
All right. Well, heck yeah, Jeremy, and congratulations again, man. Have a good rest of your night, and hey, we'll be seeing you back when you're out on the track, man.
I appreciate it.
All right, appreciate you. All right, and that was Jeremy Little. Going to go ahead and have a word with your winner tonight, the dominant race car. You see him sitting on the middle of your screen somewhere right there, just kind of hanging out. Jason Collins. Jason, this is Chris and Josh in the booth. You got a word?
What's up,
You got a
fellas?
copy? Man, I
Oh yeah. What are y'all doing?
I'm tongue twisted, man. That's what I'm doing. But hey, Jason, you just freaking went out there and dominated tonight, man. You just had one bad, fast hot rod. You were hauling the mill around here at North Wilkesboro. Jeremy Little giving you a little bit of a run right there on those old tires, but still able to get it done. How do you feel after picking up the second win of the season? And man, just a big congratulations. That was an awesome race from you.
Well, I feel great. Obviously, big props to my spotter tonight, Adam Lancaster. He stepped in. My normal guy, Noggle, he wasn't able to make it. Had some surgery or something today. Something at the doctor, I don't know. But hopefully Noggle gets better, and he can come back and help us out again next week. But big thanks to Adam. I want to thank him first and foremost for stepping up and helping me tonight. Thanks to Gary, Casey for doing race control. Those guys, without them, I couldn't do this. But man, dude, I knew when I went in and got the tires when Adam said, all right, if you go now, you're splitting the segment up. I was like, all right, I'm going. He's like, good call. So we went in. I was saving tires the entire race. I never went full out the entire race. Just saving because I knew there was probably going to be cautions. That's just short track racing. And I had to have good restarts, and it wasn't worrying about putting down the fastest lap time. It was only being concerned about making sure that once I got clear on these guys that I could stay out in front of them. I don't know if you noticed at the early stage of the race, I got out and I was probably about almost a tenth out on, or a second. I was 8/10 out on Ronnie.
Yeah.
And I slowly started letting him come back up on me because I was saving. And then once he got within, 2 cars of me, I drove off on him again. That's just because I know the track really well. Like Wilkesboro, man, freaking has been a track that I've ran a lot in official races. Didn't do a lot of practicing this weekend. I, spent a lot of time down in Tennessee this weekend, so didn't do much practicing, but came home this afternoon, started up sim, jumped in the session and started doing some hot laps. And that's really all I was worried about, was getting a good qualifying position. And luckily we got the pole. And I knew if I could get out front and just set the pace of the race, it would be hard for him to pass me.
Yeah, and on top of that, that's like your freaking sixth pole of the season, man. You have just been getting up there, and hopefully that's more to come. As here in North Wilkesboro, you definitely were the truck to beat. There is no questions about it. You had your people coming in. You restarted fourth, like you said, and good pit strategy. It seemed like everybody, once they saw you, came down. So you really, really did a great job overall in just the whole race. You got every aspect of it down. So you couldn't fool me with telling me you didn't run laps any this week, because man, you were looking bad fast out there. But again, congratulations, Jason, on picking up the win at North Wilkesboro. This was my race. I was so excited for this race tonight, and man, I'm just glad we got the stream to go, get going. We got to watch you guys race. But hey, Jason, you got any final thoughts, any final words, shout outs before we let you go tonight, man?
Dude, I'm just ecstatic, man. Just happy that we got the win. Like I said, I want to thank Adam Lancaster. He's one of our cup drivers. He came down and helped me out tonight. Gary Jaworski and Casey Barlow, those guys, thank you to all those guys for helping out with the race control and making sure that things run smoothly. So now we're, what are we on to next week? Nashville, man, another short track that I love, that I'm really good at. So let's see if we can continue this momentum at Nashville Fairgrounds and put up another, 2 in a row. That'd be great, man. I'd love to do that. And dude, I'm just ecstatic, man. Like, my adrenaline is through the roof right now. I don't know if you can tell, but it feels good, man. Feels great to get the win. And I want to say thanks to you guys for doing such an awesome job every week on the broadcast. You guys really kick butt every week, and I appreciate the hard work that you put in. And I look forward to talking to you guys again, hopefully next week. So,
hey, well, appreciate that, man.
You said you're good at Nashville, so hey, we might be doing that, because the way you showed the speed at Wilkesboro tonight, shoot, man, any short track we go to now, we got to circle Jason Collins' name right there. It's one of the guys to get it done. Either way. Sorry, you can go.
I told you guys last week I mentioned short tracks were kind of my thing, so I was really looking forward to Wilkesboro, and then Nashville's next. So hopefully I can continue it and keep it going. Like I said, I do really well at short tracks as long as I stay out of the wrecks. So if I can stay up front, get another pole, that'd be like 7 in a row or something. Too bad you don't get bonus points for poles. So
hey, man, you own the league. Just write the rule in. Don't tell anybody.
Well, at this season, we may change it up for next season, but absolutely appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too, Jason. Again, congratulations, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Oh, he's better than me. He just left. I was about to move him. He got out of here way faster than I could even grab him. But hey, thank you guys for joining us here on the Sim Racing Media platform. Thank you for joining me and Chris and these Bluegrass Racing guys. Make sure to be here tomorrow night for the Sonoma Cup Series race. And next Tuesday, like you heard me and Jason just talking about, we will be at Nashville. And man, if you're a short track lover, you better be here for that, because it is only going to get more and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Crazy intense, yeah. Crazy, tense, everything, man. There's going to be more banging next week. We got a couple guys maybe coming out of here thinking, hey, I'm going to give him the bumper now if I got a shot. So, hey, you got to be here next week. But either way, going to run through your results here before we let you go tonight. Forgot to do that since we hopped into the interviews pretty quickly. So, Jason Collins did obviously pick up the win here tonight. You got Jeremy Little in his only truck showing this season. Going to finish second with CJ Mason. Just a beating and banging with that fourth place guy, Jimmy Johnson. So, CJ Mason third, Jimmy Johnson fourth. Wes Wiegand gonna finish in fifth. Good little run by Wes. Billy Bowerman, another one of those drivers that's had some adversity this season. Good to see him finish in sixth, qualified in fourth. But hey, good run from Billy. Travis White gonna be in seventh place. Christopher Blanchard in eighth position, with Daniel Worthington in ninth. It's gonna be Ed Osborne, Trent Cameron in that 10th and 11th spot, with Chris LeBourgeois. I almost did it again. Chris LeBourgeois in that 12th spot. Travis Twitty in 13th after just having all sorts of adversity tonight. Hey, got himself back on the lead lap, picked up that 13th position. Good job on Travis for getting himself back in the run for it here. That 14 spot is going to go to the 71 of Michael Brisen, with P15 going to Nate Maurer after an unfortunate running here tonight. Logan Russell is going to be finishing in that 16th spot with Ronnie Shirk in 17th. Billy Bauer, or excuse me, oh, I was going to say Billy Bowerman. Will Weber is going to be finishing in that 18th spot. Joey Doucette in 19th. Doug Nill 20th. Robert Richards 21st. Scott Madden 22nd. Brian Terry 23rd. And Jason Bridges is going to be rounding out your field in that 24th position. And with Chris Kiwi's getting disqualified in that 25th, I heard that guy just stinks here, so they kicked him out. But either way, big shout out, like Jason did, to the guys in race control, Casey Barlow and Gary Jazorski. Always do a fantastic job keeping the league straight and giving you guys an entertaining race. You don't understand if you don't have the race control sometimes. It makes a whole big difference in some of these races. So it's great to see these guys always on top of it, not only for the best racing for the people on the track, but for you at home. So this has been Chris and Josh in the booth. And we will be seeing you next Tuesday at Nashville for the Truck Series. Tomorrow night in the Cup Series, 9 p.m. Wednesday, we will be at Sonoma, so make sure to hop on by, check that out. It's going to be good racing, trust me. Got a lot of talented road course racers in the field, and expecting to see some names you might not be thinking up there. So either way, Chris, if you got any final words, you can say them. If not, we'll go ahead and let these folks go on and have to stop listening to our voice.
Yeah, it's just, like I normally say every week, good shout out to the guys here at the Bluegrass League. They're always putting on a really awesome show. It's really a lot of fun to sit and talk and listen to these guys, just not even really talking to them, just sitting and listening to them talk and chat and, just hanging out and everything. They are really a bunch of great guys. One of the best leagues, in my opinion, on the iRacing platform. Just want to appreciate them for letting us come out and commentate and basically just sit here and get to watch them for free. So really appreciate that. And I do want to apologize there at the beginning of the stream. I'm sorry. I accidentally joined the race as a driver. Didn't mean to join the race as a driver. So that's why the qualifying was all messed up. But other than that, we got it going. Everything straightened itself out. And just, again, another great race from these Bluegrass guys. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night at the same time so you don't miss the awesome Cup race going on at Sonoma.
Well, this has been Chris and Josh in the booth. Catch us tomorrow at Sonoma, 9 p.m., and we will be seeing you then, folks. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, and we will be seeing you tomorrow for the Cup race. So, yes, good night, later, goodbye, and, yeah, you can shut me up now, Chris.